Quick Tips brought to you by Customer Support. In this quick tip, we will walk through the customer portal. The customer portal provides access to case management, articles to search for solutions to your questions, and the ability to influence the product roadmap by submitting ideas and voting on ideas. This demonstration will walk through the knowledge base, case creation, and ideas. First, let's take a look at the knowledge base. Let's click on Visit the Knowledge Base link on the home page. This will take you to the articles. Here you have the option to search for a specific article. For example, if you want to learn how to unlock a user, type in unlock a user. If you would like to search for an article type, you can use the checkboxes here to search for a QuickTip, which is a video demonstration, or a support article, which is text. Next, click on the Go link. The screen will refresh, and the articles for this topic will pull up. For example, here we have Unlocking a User. This is a support article. If we click on the article, the screen will refresh with the article and the details to unlock a user. Let's close out of this article. Next, let's take a look at a quick tip article. Here, if we click on the article title, the screen will refresh with the quick tip article. To view the quick tip, click on the play link in the middle of the quick tip screen. Now let's go back to the home page. Here, another option to help yourself and answer your questions is go to the Intact University Training Center. There is a link here that will take you to the Intact University Training Center. Here there are courses that you can sign up for in order to learn more about different applications. Next, back on the home page, we have Browse the Intact Library. This is the same as going to the Workspaces tab. Here there are articles, exercises, and documents here to help you with a specific topic. For example, if you wanted to learn more about revenue recognition, you could type in revenue. The screen will refresh with the documents that are referring to revenue. For example, here we have a guide to revenue recognition in order entry. You can click on the link. The document will populate. You have the option here to preview the document, and here's a download link in order to download the document. Now let's go back to the home page. That concluded the areas of Knowledge Base, Training Center, and the Intact Library. Now let's take a look at how you can give input. Click on Submit Your Idea. Next, add in the title. For instance, let's select Audit. Tab out of that field. The system will search for ideas that are already in the system. This will give you the ability to view other ideas for the same topic. Here you can also see how many people have voted on them by the point system. If you see the idea already in the system, you can click on the link here and then vote on the idea. Or you can continue on to add your idea with a description and select the category of which application this idea falls into. Now let's go back to the Home tab. Here you can view the most popular ideas. This screen can also be accessed by clicking on the Ideas tab. Here you will see that you can see a list of the most popular ideas. you have the ability here to promote or demote an idea. Keep in mind that you can vote on one idea one time and you're unable to change your mind once you have voted on that. Also, you have the ability here to add comments. For example, if you click on the comments link, you will see the comments that are associated with the idea. If you want to add a comment, you can click on the Add Comments link here. Okay, let's go back to the home page. Next, I'd like to point out we have the option here to select and view quick tips. The information posted in this section of the screen will frequently be updated with events and useful information for our users. Now, let's move on to the case portion of the demonstration. You can go to the Cases tab here, or you can click on Create New and click on Case. The case creation screen will populate. Here you will fill out the required fields in order to log your case. First, select a case reason. In the drop-down, you will see the options here. For example, if you are receiving an error message, select Error Message. If you need feature help, select Feature Help. If you have an issue in the system, then select Product Issue. For this demonstration, let's select Error Message. Next, select the application that the error message is populating in. Let's select Accounts Payable. I'd like to point out here that the status defaults to Open and the priority to P4, which is low. These fields will be updated in your case as the case is assigned and progress is made on the case. Next, let's type in the subject. This is a brief description of what the issue is. Next, provide the steps to reproduce your case along with the details. For example, here we provide the path through the applications to get to the print check screen. Next, provide any details such as check numbers, vendor names, dollar amounts, or GL accounts. Next, provide the error message and any additional comments that you may have in things that you have tried to solve the case, and also what you are expecting the result to be. Next, verify that the external access for the company has been granted. Select yes or no. I would like to point out that this is very important because the support rep will not be able to work on your case if the external access is not turned on. Next, populate the company ID in which the error message is populating. Next, click on the Submit and Add Attachment. Here you have the option to attach a file to your case. Click on the Browse link, locate the attachment, click on Attach File, and then click on Done. Now, if you want to view the case that was just logged for you, click on the case number. I'd like to point out that the case has been created. The case number is listed here. Here you can see the status and priority of the case, and this will change as there is progress on the case. Next, if you scroll down, you will see the attachment that you've attached. Also, if you'd like to make any comments, additional comments in the case at any point, click on the Add Comment link. This is where you will see a list of comments added to the case. This is how the customer support representative will communicate to you the progress and any questions on the case. Now, let's navigate to the Cases tab. On the Cases tab, you are able to pull up different views of your cases. For example, you can view all of your cases, any cases that are in pending close. These are the cases that need further attention. Next, you can view all of your closed cases, all your open cases and your recently viewed cases. So for example here, if you wanted to see all of your open cases, you would then have a list of open cases. Now let's go back to the home page. A few last items I'd like to point out on the home page are: one, here you have a profile link. This can be edited. Also, you have your account manager and their phone number will be listed. You have the option here to click on create a new case or a new idea from the drop-down. Here are some helpful links. One, you can see all of your open cases from the home page. Also, there is a portal user guide. This will give you instructions, for example, how to set up your profile and how to use the portal. Next is the customer support guide. This customer support guide is important to have around. For example, if you have a case escalation or want to understand prioritizing your case, information is included in this support guide. Next, you can see a list of all your ideas. Also, you have the option here to see the recent items that you've navigated to. The last item I would like to cover is the Help tab. If you click on the Help tab, here the screen will refresh and you are able to access the table of contents of the help system. For example, if you click on the Accounts Payable link, you will then receive the help for the Accounts Payable application. This concludes how to use the customer portal.